Vegan cheetah. I mean, oh my God. Slutty vegan.
I want to talk about something for a minute that's gotten pretty close to my heart. I want to talk about vegans for just a moment. I'm absolutely 1,000% cool with this. That's the way you want to do it. You love it, I love it too. Do whatever floats your boat. But I want to talk to my kids for a minute, because 3 of my kids are vegans. You can eat all the tofu, eggplant, and wood chips you want. You can put ketchup on it. You can do whatever the hell you want. But stop coming to my house talking down to me because I eat meat.
Baby girl, I don't care. This not for you, baby. This for me, bitch. Please bless the food that these people prepared for me. I know it's gonna be good because they was black. No offense to my Caucasians, but they was black and they was in this little truck, a little food truck. They was all in it was probably about 20 of them in there, but they was packed up in there and still look clean. Wasn't no grease on the floor, wasn't no food nowhere. Everything was clean, but let this nourish my soul and I can eat it and be good. Amen, thank God. All right, y'all, so let me tell you. I went to Slutty Vegan. It's here in Atlanta, Georgia. They had 3 different burgers and I was like, okay, I want to try all 3. And they gave it to me for free. They're amazing people. So we're gonna try this. And it's not really shrimp and bacon. It's fake shrimp and fake bacon. Well, I'm not oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't want to hear it. They walk in the house. They walk in the house now. Do I smell meat? I think I smell meat. You damn right you smell meat. Cause there's meat in here. It's meat on the stove. It's meat in the freezer. I got meat in the glove compartment of my car. Yeah, I got meat in here. I got news for you. I put meat in your baby's formula bottle when you ain't looking.
Oh my God. Who made this? This ain't a real burger? Oh my God. Oh my God. How you gonna cheat on your boyfriend one time with Noah? Go back to him and cheat again. Girl, you a mess. You a whole mess, girl. I knew I didn't like you from the jump. I knew it. And instead of cheating, you should just went to him and broke up and said, hey, baby, I don't want to be together. Well, yo, you go and you get mad. You go and cheat. And then he catch you. And he really ain't cheating. And then you going to look stupid again. Girl, you're a fool, girl. You a fool, girl. And if I was him, I wouldn't take you back, girl. Period. I don't care if you thought I was cheating or not. Sit down and talk about it, girl. You know? This burger is the tea. And what is this cheese? Is this cheese real? Y'all mean to tell me all this stuff is fake? From the burger to the cheese to the bacon? Ain't none of this real. Ain't no way.
They done got all bougie now because they got little jobs in business and stuff. They done graduated from college. Yeah, you know why you graduated from college? Because your old meat-eating ass daddy paid for it. That's how you got to college. Sitting up in here with your leather shoes on and your leather handbags. Yeah, you might not eat it, but you damn sure wear it, though. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for letting me get that off my chest.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Vegan cheetah. I mean, oh my God. Slutty vegan.
I don't have a whole lot to add here, just one short anecdote. Years and years and years ago, I had one Skype conversation with a notorious left-wing feminist social justice warrior stereotype we all know and love. Her channel is called A Privileged Vegan. Her podcast is called The Vegan Vanguard. So some of you guys know who I'm talking about. Some of you don't. And she's not merely white. She grew up back and forth between France and the United States of America. I think she identifies as French. And she came into this conversation with this heavy victim narrative about how African Americans were being excluded from and oppressed by veganism. So this is a couple years ago. This is before Melissa and I started dating. So, I was just kind of living a different lifestyle. I was listening to a lot of hip-hop radio, a lot of hip-hop podcasts. And I really had, with no preparation, I didn't know we were going to talk about this. But right off the top of my head, I said, well, what about this guy, this guy, and this guy? I named 5 different prominent African-American rappers who were vegans or who had at least recorded songs and made statements that were pro-vegan right around that time. Recording rap songs, in some cases doing collabs with PETA, people with ethical treatment. There was a lot of that stuff coming up. So what about this guy and this guy? People who had just published books and given speeches and gone on tours supporting veganism within African-American hip-hop demi-monde. And a whole lot of those people, just at that time, I'd seen interviews, Charlemagne the God's show. There was just a lot of talk. And you can even see it in the kind of reaction against veganism. You could see it in the number of black African-American stand-up comedians talking about veganism. You could catch the vibe. Anyone who was just exposed to what was going on in the shallowest surface level of African-American culture 5 years ago. Let's round it off. It probably was only 4 years ago I had this conversation. Okay, whatever. 4 or 5 years ago. Anyone would have picked up on the fact that African Americans are ahead of the trend, are leading the trend on the vegan diet, even in places like Georgia, not just in Chicago, not just in New York City, not just in Detroit. There's a famous African American vegan eatery in Detroit. We've been there a couple times. We bought the t-shirt. You remember the name of the place, babe? Detroit Vegan Soul. So it's specifically soul food, black-owned, black-operated. But, the other vegan restaurants we went to Detroit, 50% of the staff would be black, 50% of the employees you could see, and 50% of the customers were black. That's Detroit. I mean, I'm not going to tell you Detroit is leading the trend in anything but rust. But, I mean, you saw it in Detroit, you see Georgia, Chicago, New York City, everywhere. And I couldn't believe this left-wing guilt trip narrative that presumes to treat these people like they're left out and trodden under by veganism, when from my perspective, globally, they're among the people leading the way. And look, guys, that's the happy moral of this story. Anybody who wants to lead the way can. Why is Tel Aviv, Israel leading the way? No reason. They have no advantage. They have only disadvantages. It's a war-torn country in ridiculous political circumstances. Why would Tel Aviv? Why is Taiwan leading the way? Taipei, Kaohsiung, Jiayi, whatever. Taiwan as a whole, the whole island. Why are they leading the way? Because no particularly good reason. The people who want to lead are going to lead. The people who want to set the trend are going to get out there and set the trend. And even if from your perspective you think African Americans only have disadvantages, let me tell you something. They're out there proving you wrong. They're turning those disadvantages into advantages. And the time is going to come, you mark my words, African American vegan food, Black American vegan soul food is going to get exported from Detroit to Taiwan, from Chicago to Israel. You're going to see vegan restaurants in Europe imitating the style of vegan food that's being innovated now by African Americans.
Dun, 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 dun.